Good morning, students. Today's our topic is planning in sports. It's our first lesson. So, in this topic, we will discuss about meaning and objective of planning, various committees and its responsibilities, tournament, types of tournament like knockout, league or round robin and combination tournament. Then procedure to draw fixture, knockout fixture. In this we have to discuss about bias, seeding, league, league fixture. In this league fixture there are two methods to draw a fixture like staircase and cyclic. After that we will discuss about intramural and extramural competition, aim, aim, meaning, objective and significance. After that, the last topic in this chapter is specific sports program. In this topic we will discuss about sports training, sports day, health run, run for fun, run for specific cause and run for unity. So student, first of all we will start with planning in sports. You know that what is planning? Planning is a predetermined course of action to achieve a goal. Planning is usually interpreted as a process to develop a strategy to achieve desirable objective, to solve problem, to facilitate actions. There are some more meaning of planning, like planning is a to plan is to procedure a scheme for future action to bring about specific result at a specific cost in a specific period of time. Planning is conscious of selecting and developing the course of action to accomplish an objective. It is a basic from which future management actions spring. Basically, planning help to do anything in a smooth manner and it's help us to achieve a goal in future. Now there are some objective of planning, like first objective of planning to reduce unnecessary pressure of emergency. If we are not plan anything and do any activity in this situation, we have a lot of pressure in our mind and lot of mistake done by a person. So planning get reduce the unnecessary pressure at the time of emergency. At the time of emergency, if we plan well, we have to action or achieve our goal accordingly. Then second point, to keep good control over all the activity. If we are plan each and everything before starting any activity, so we have a good control in all activities. Because for example, if you are going to organize a sports day, so you have to perform all activity and you have to plan all activity. If you plan well, you have a control in all activity. Like you know who is the head of refreshment committee, who is the head of transport committee, who is the head of caretaking committee, who is the head of data committee. So if we are planning, so overall control is very good. To facilitate proper coordination, if we plan well, we have to coordinate with each other. Like we have coordinate whenever we organize an event, we need a team. For this we have different groups or different committees, and each committee has his own specific work. Like refreshment committees for refreshment, transport committees for transport, uh, transport committees for transport, equipment committee who have provide the equipment to the player. So all different committee have its own specific work. With proper planning we have to coordinate with each other. If we need a equipment, so directly we have to contact with equipment committee, so we have easily provide equipment. Do you understand what I am saying? So fourth point, to reduce the chance of mistake. When we are not planned, as I said earlier, when we are not planned, there is a lot of chances of mistake, because there is, we don't know who's going to take care of watering, who's take care of accommodation. So there is a lot lack of coordination, lack of interaction with each other. So we are not planned. So if we are planned well, there is a less chance of mistake. Then, to increase the efficiency. What is efficiency? To do work effectively. For example, single person cannot do arrange all the thing. They need manpower. They need manpower. This, a lot of member of a particular committee help to event successful. ठीक है. So if we are planned well, it increase our efficiency, because we divide our work. One person do this thing, second person do this thing. So pressure are divided, work are divided, so that we can work efficiently. To increase the creativity. Yes, if we plan well, we have more creative. We have more creative. Then it also enhance the performance. When we are planning each and everything and work accordingly, automatically the performance of a person is enhanced, it improve. So student, these are the main objective of planning. Okay, now our next topic is various committees and their responsibilities. As I said earlier, we need a different committees to organize a event. Some committees are like committees for publicity. For any event or any competition, we need publicity. Without publicity, not any tournament or not any program succeed. If you organize a sports event in your village, you need publicity, because if you are not publicity your event, the event should be failure. No one knows uh, where you conduct the event. So there is a lot of chance to failure or unsuccessful event. So various committee, first committee is committee of responsibility, committee of publicity, whose responsibility to publicity the event. Like they distribute the pamphlets, they distribute the flexes, they making ad, many more things to do for publicity the event. Second committee is transport committee. For example, if you organize a event in RS Pura, the team from the Delhi come and play in RS Pura. Sorry, you have to provide transport facility from Jammu to RS Pura. From Jammu railway station, you pick the team from Jammu railway station and drop on RS Pura, where the venue of your event. This is the responsibility of transport committee. Then boarding and lodging committee. Each team, each team, this, the responsibility of this committee is to stay where the team gets stay, where is accommodation, where when he came in our room, all the responsibility done by boarding and lodging committee. Then decoration and ceremony committee. Decoration, all the decoration which is needed and which is done in event by decorating committee. Ceremonial committee, prizes, distribution of prizes, distribution of flower, distribution of bouquet, all are done by decoration and ceremony committee. Now ground and equipment committee. The responsibility of ground and equipment committee are to provide equipment if there is any technical fault or any ground measurement of ground, draw ground, draw athletic track. So all the responsibility which are used in a ground is a responsibility of ground and equipment committee. At the end, refreshment and entertainment committee. The responsibility of this committee are to provide refreshment uh, to each team or to each individual, where they get from the refreshment, how they distribute, how they collect the money. Each and everything is done by refreshment committee. And the purpose of entertainment committee to entertain the players. Like for example, in IPL there is a cheerleader. Why cheerleader are there? They are in sake of entertainment, so that player as well as spectator get entertained. At every six or every four they start dancing, they doing some activity, so that spectator as well as player get entertained. So beta, these are the responsibility of different committee which are when you have to organize a event. So in next topic we have to discuss tournament in next. So thank you beta, I hope you will understand.